morning.
Oh, that looks good.
Peace in the morning.
Oh, that's going out. That's
All right. Good morning. Peace in the morning.
Good morning.
In the studio.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right.
This is Darius Stanton. You know what time it is. It is Funky Friday.
Funky Friday.
Peace in the morning show.
Put on my cologne twice.
No doubt about it. Always got to do ladies first. So we have Queen to the world in the studio. Peace and love.
Peace and love, and I can't wait to show you my exercise for love. I'm going to demonstrate it right here on the air on Funky Friday on Peace in the Morning.
Does that mean
show.
the middleman's going to be jumping in the
I know that's what's going to happen, but they can't call in.
That's the queen. That's the queen.
No doubt. And then we got the brother Daryl Barnes in the house. Big brother
Daryl
Barnes.
Barnes.
Good morning. And you know that's right. And ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado,
This
brother's been all over the world.
in place.
And just talk to every little boy and girl.
That's right. Everybody.
Wrote books for children.
That's right.
Got a book for your mama.
Got something for
Oh, my
grown people.
Got a stage play that's going to rock the world.
The world. Go to
You
Broadway.
understand what I'm saying? And I want to call this brother.
I'm going on with him.
You got to go with it. Got to have a road dog.
No doubt. None other than my good brother, Michael Colyar.
World famous.
Welcome
Thank
to
y'all,
Peace in the
man.
Morning.
Peace in the morning, y'all. It's Funky Friday. I'm glad y'all here with us.
You know how we
This
do
is
it on
exciting
Funky
stuff, y'all.
This
We
is
down
some
here.
exciting stuff.
I'm glad to be here. Thank y'all, man, for having me in here today. You know, I'm down there with the PNC right there.
No doubt.
The what is it called?
Power Networking
Power
Conference.
Networking Conference.
No doubt.
Over
Shout
there
out
at
to
the
George
Gaylord. George Frazier is off the chain. If y'all anywhere near Maryland, swing through there and see us. That's Oxon Hill, right?
Oxon Hill, that's
Oxon
right.
Hill,
That's
come
right.
through Oxon
Oh,
Hill and
cute.
see us, you know, and I'm just glad to be here.
No
You
doubt
know,
about
and
it.
that's your mama.
I always
She's the
love my
queen,
mama.
but that's his mom. He brought his mom. I
I'm a
love mama. Mama's my favorite people in the whole wide world. So
That is the best
I'm
thing
so
you
glad.
can say today.
Yes, you're amazing. I'm so honored that you're here and you're
And
beautiful.
I love it that you love the mother, the family connection. The project that I do is holistic
Right.
sexual healing and family lifestyles. Living proof family works.
And how come I only heard the sexual healing part out of all that stuff you said? I don't understand. How come the only part
You
came-
must need sexual healing.
Oh, well, good. My queen is here too, Kelly. Get to healing me. I'm going to need some healing. You heard Queen Mother.
That's right, because one of the things that we pump, holistic sexual healing and family lifestyles, Michael. And
That's
reason,
right.
The reason why we promote that is because we want parents, number one,
Right.
to be able to talk to their children
Yeah.
about their bodies, about sex,
That's right.
about how they got here, the beautiful creation, you know, and understand also how to protect themselves from the predators, from the people out there trying to work in the sex traffic young people.
That's right.
All those negative things that they work to do to children, the abusers and all those things, children will be able to understand what to do, how to protect themselves, and how to move to suit.
And they won't be afraid of it if you talk to them about it.
Right.
They know how to deal with it. Look
And they
at
know
eye
who-
in the eye. Look
and
right
they know who
now.
to come to.
They know who to come to. They come to their
Mommy,
parents.
Mommy, we're all on the beach, and a man was running after us, and he took off his thing, and he didn't have on no clothes, and we went and got the police.
There you go. You know to come to mama and talk about it. That's right. She did that good, didn't
She did do
she?
that.
That was
good.
great. Yeah.
That's how she do. So the other thing that we want to make sure people understand
Yeah.
is more loving brings about more family.
Yes.
And more family brings about good homes. And when we have good homes, we can have good cities. When we have good cities, we have good nations. We have good nations, we have good countries.
That's right.
We have good countries, we have good worlds. And we're working to be peace in the morning so we can bring peace
in the
all day long.
All over the world.
All over the world.
You know, everything's about family and God. So once you get family and God down, everything else takes care of itself. And
That's
so
right.
that's what y'all representing in here. Y'all
Yeah.
representing family and God.
We
And you
agree
send
with
it
that.
out to the universe. And that's
We agree
that's
with
why
that.
I'm happy to be here. So thank y'all.
Well, I'm going to
get
sit
it
down on
going.
this real quick and just and talk to you about something that you've been involved in.
Okay.
We're going to get to the comedy because that's just who you are.
That's natural. Don't worry about that. That's going to kick in. It'll jump in on
That's
its
just who
own.
you are. But there's a first family in the White House now.
Well,
And there was another first family before that.
right.
And you wrote about that first family.
Well, the other one was the real one.
Okay, that
they
was
got
the
some
real-
folks in there playing pretender.
They got plenty of pretend.
Right there.
They said it was hard.
President Liar.
They said
They in there pretending right
Oh,
now.
you said it was hard.
But we used to have a real president last time, you know, as you know.
Right.
The fabulous, the wonderful Barack Hussein Obama, you know, and I'm just honored to have seen him, to live during that time that he was in office. And, you know, I think his greatest accomplishment is that he lived, that he made it.
He made it,
all the
yeah.
way through them 8 years, because, you know, they was hating that brother more, and still is. I mean, this new dude, the imposter, President Imposter, will do anything to make the opposite of what Barack Obama did. Anything to cancel what he did. If President Obama raised 12 people from the dead,
Right.
President Liar would stab him to death just to reverse the situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there would be no other reason for it. Well, this guy, Barack Obama, is, and I say is and not was, is a magical being that sends out a positive energy for all of us. And one of his greatest accomplishments is he the first president in my lifetime, I've been here since Kennedy, he the first time in my lifetime that a president was in office for 8 years with not one scandal.
Right.
So to do that, and he's a black man, because they want to tell us in this society we can't get nothing right. You know, all we're going to do is fight and kill each other. Black man gets in the highest office in the world, heals a lot of things, and gets out without one scandal. That's a big accomplishment for me right there.
Well, so, you know, one of the things that we promote here on the Peace in the Morning show is asset-based communications.
Mm-hmm.
And our focus is to make sure that we look at every situation and we pull the asset out of it. What's the good part? When we gonna get to the good part?
Yeah.
To the good part. To the good part.
A funny thing
When we gonna
happened.
get to the good part? To the
Wait
good
till
Well,
the part.
To the good part.
Get the good
And the good
vibration.
part with, from our perspective, is the fact that he was an African American, a black man.
Yes, sir.
The image of a black man in
Yes, sir.
America ruling the world
Oh, yeah.
from that seat
Yes.
on the surface. And that image in itself
Mm-hmm.
really took people from another perspective of seeing, in particular, young people, children who are different colors, different races, different
Right.
nationalities, a total different perspective.
Yes.
But the key to this common thread here is the fact that you wrote a book for young people and children, and we do a lot of work with young people here.
Yes.
Delegate Barnes started a program called Men Aiming Higher back in 2009. We do leadership academies. Just launched another event where we had 500 people go to work
Right.
during the summer. So a lot of good things, but reading is so important.
Reading is fundamental, bro.
And so in order to do that, you created this book. So share with us a little bit about the book that you put together.
Well, I first want to tell you, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. That it's so amazing to have a great positive soul like Barack Obama, who came into that office because he showed the world, first of all, that you could do it. That a man of color, no matter who you are in this world, you can do it. You can get to the top. If you believe in what you say, you stand for it, and you don't let nobody knock you down or let nobody tell you can't do something. So he stuck with it, made it all the way through, and did it beautifully. You know, I mean, I know women love Barack Obama. In fact, my woman was lying in bed the other night, butt naked, watching Barack Obama give a speech. I said, what are you talking about? She said, I don't know. I turned the sound down. So I know we love him, but the thing is that he made it through, and because he was in that office, the whole world had to look at a proper black family every day. Now, before that, you don't usually see black people on television in a positive light, especially not a family. The only family you ever seen is the Huxtables, and that's a sitcom. But when you see black people,
that's the misconception that we have, that black people are not educated or literate to hold those types of positions. We have a lot of qualified black people.
Yes.
Barack is not the only one or the first one.
That's true.
There are so many black people that
That's
should
true.
be president or held in those types of positions.
That's true.
You know,
Was he
so
the first black president?
yeah, he was the first black president.
well, not really.
Not really.
Well, give me another one.
Jackson, the brother who was in 17 something when they had when a whole lot of black folks was in the Congress before they turned that thing around. I can pull it up for Mama. Go on research
First
for me
8
the first black president,
presidents.
please.
Okay, how many was it?
The first 8 black
Yeah,
presidents.
We had a black president, but what I'm saying is I do not argue or dispute the fact that there's a lot of black people, a lot of black families who are worthy of the same adulation, the joy, and the power that Barack had a chance to see. But I'm telling you that your media is not doing that. It's not showing that. You see black people on television, they are rapping, They playing sports or they going to jail. You don't see us in a positive light on a regular basis. By this man becoming president, the whole world was forced to look at a black man and woman who's college educated, who's trying to do the right thing, who although they did everything but tried to talk about his mama, he still never got mad, never saw his fist balled up. He ain't walking around with his pants hanging off his behind. Both of his daughters going to school, decent people. You had to see that every single day when he was in office. And that is a joyous, powerful thing that I don't see any way we could ever replace that.
So how do you think we change the paradigm on that?
Well, we change it by doing what we're doing right now. First of all, we talk about it. We talk about it in a positive light. We remind people that we are here and we do exist. We write about it. Like I wrote a book called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the White House. I knocked on the door and a brother answered. To remind people that we can do it and that he did it with integrity and honor. And no matter how they came out. I mean, your current president started going after him when he first got in office. Say that he's not even an American citizen. Way back then, he was going after him, and he never faltered. He never got angry, never balled his fist up. He showed other people how we can stand tall as a black people and continue to win as we're still doing now. I'm sorry.
So no, you're not sorry. No, you're fun. You're wonderful. As a matter of fact, tell us about your other book that helps us to get to those prominent places because we're the founders of education.
Right.
Timbuktu, the first university.
Right.
Math and science was originated by the African man. And so as a result of that, you also created another book, Miss
Yes, Miss Innocent Goes to Cool School and other silly stuff. And thank you for mentioning Timbuktu.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. This is how we change the images, is we remind people, because there's so many black people who never heard of Timbuktu, who don't realize that we had great libraries and that a lot of our culture has been hidden and stolen. So we don't realize what great people we are. You can go into museums in Europe and they have great black art that they just keep locked in the basement. That they don't want nobody to even see.
Or in the attic.
Yeah, they hide that. They don't want us to see the great. Just like they went to Egypt and knocked all the noses and stuff off of the sphinxes and the great gods so you wouldn't see our features. Someone said the other day that white folks don't know how powerful and great we are, but no, it's the opposite.
Oh, yes, they do.
They know how powerful and how great we are.
Oh, yes,
and
they
that's
do.
why they want to also always talk about the opposite of it. And let me explain something to you. I'm not here about being anti-white.
Yeah.
That ain't what I am.
Sure.
I'm just pro-black.
Come on.
I just know that we are great people, and if we don't raise ourselves up, no one else is going to do
knows.
that. So I do it through the word because that's one thing my mama taught me. My mama insisted that we knew words. She knows that words are the key to education. Education is the key to any door you want to open. So that's why I write whimsical books, because it makes it, you're open to it. Like Miss Innocent Goes to Cool School and other silly stuff is a poetry book for adult children. You know, when I say adult children, I mean people who still believe in life, who still believe that nothing's impossible,
Right.
who still believe you can do anything.
No
You can-
limitations.
Oh, you can see that book there. Oh, look at that right there. And
Isn't
you know,
that
the
cool?
artwork on this is by a white guy, a Russian, Ivan Artukovich. Did the
Wow.
art. He was born in Russia. He studied in Italy, and then he lives now in the south of France. He's also going to do this cartoon series because we're taking this book and turning it into an Adult Swim book. But this one really chronicles a lot of my life, stuff that happened to me. Like I've been rich 3 times, but I've been broke 17. Okay, so I'm way more comfortable with broke than I am rich. Me and
Yeah, I
broke
see
are like
it.
first cousins. We know how to deal with each other. I have an addiction. I'm an addict. So I did crack for 23 years. As of March 1st, I have 6 years of pure sobriety.
All right.
I talk about that everywhere I
Right.
go. Yeah, because I want other people to know that you're not trapped. It may seem like a trap, but you can get out. And I'm gonna do that pull up again because I want to show you when I talked about the addiction. This book, for instance, it has one of the poems called "A Piece of Crack on Your Crack Attack." Now, in this, he depicted me. Pull in strong on the artwork. He depicted me as that was my casket. That's why that cocaine vial says R.I.P. Because when you on drugs, you technically are dead. You can put your
Amen.
life on hold. And if you see on my shoulders, the weight I carried was a crack pipe. And if you could really see my foot there with that chain, the ball and chain was a crack rock. There you go. There you go. So this is, look at the detail of this art. So it talks about the addiction, but in such a way in such a way that you can be open to the idea of it and understand that you too can get out of it. Because you got people who are watching this story who've only been an addict for a year or two and think, oh my God, I'm going to never get out of it. Been in for 10 years. Oh my God, I've been in 10 years. I'm going to never get. I did it 23 years. Now I'm on the other side of it. I'm writing books. I'm doing motivational speaking. I'm doing comedy all over the country. And I'm doing my first one-man show called Michael Colyar's Mama.
Wow.
You know, we're doing that. We're going to do it in 100 cities. We did 10 shows in LA, sold out. They just picked us up at the National Black Theater Festival. So we open August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And then I'll do 100 cities across the country and end up on Broadway. And we get to talk about these rich stories, you know, about racism, about life, about living, about love, about saving our children and raising them and teaching them that we are a great people. Because once you believe in yourself, you can do anything.
And Mike, let me ask you a question, you know, because, you know, so many people are watching us and following us right now.
Right, right.
You know, so my question is, you know, I think you're a big inspiration to so many people.
Thank you, sir.
You know, I mean, it's an inspiration for you to come here and to share your story.
Thank you, sir.
You know, and it takes a lot of courage to be able to stand up and tell your story.
Yes, sir.
So what would you tell to the thousands of people that are listening, especially black men, that have gone through similar circumstances like yourself? How do they overcome those types of addictions?
Well, I say try to get back to God. You know, because like I said earlier, everything's about family and God.
Yeah.
Family can help heal you, and God can heal everything. So if you keep God in it, because I know for me, what I did to stop my addiction is I started praying to God to make me sick. If I ever got near drugs. So I got to a point where I physically became ill if I was in an area where the drugs were. Like, there was a certain street, Washington Boulevard in Los Angeles, where I used to go and pick up. I couldn't drive on that street. If I drove on that street, my stomach would start churning. I would physically become ill. I would get headaches because that was a prayer that I was sending out.
Sure.
God, help guide me, help get me out of this, you know, because that's one thing I'll tell you, prayer can heal everything.
You talking my
There's
language.
nothing that prayer can't heal, you know, and so you just keep praying on it because prayer also focuses you in the right direction.
Sure.
So I would say turn to your family, turn to God, you know, turn within, because actually love is an inside job. Everything we need is already inside of us, but we have to get back to loving ourselves and believing in ourselves and knowing that we can do anything.
And now, did you have any other support group? You know, because I'm just thinking the average guy saying, you know, turning to God, yeah, I hear you. But what other support group did you have? Did you have family and friends that kind of wrapped their arms around you? Did you go to some type of treatment center?
Well, you
or
know,
did you rely
I went
100%
to that.
on your faith?
I went to that after a while, but I too was a person who said, yeah, God. Yeah, okay, tell me all about that. But then I had to stop and believe in God.
right.
You know, it's the thing about faith, you know, and faith is the opposite of fear. Faith is inverted fear. Fear is faith in the negative.
Sure.
It's faith that the wrong thing gonna happen, you know. But if you have faith, that is the difference. But we don't see God, but we see Him every day. When you see a flower, when you see the love of this young man's
When
mother,
I see you.
you're looking
I'm looking at God.
do His thing. So when I can get back to the belief, see, I can change my life at any moment I choose. But what moment shall I choose? And that's what we have to tell ourselves. What moment shall I choose to want more for myself, to want different for myself?
Sure.
And once I choose it, then I see it. That's what faith is. Faith is not you see it first and then you believe it.
Right.
You know, it's because it's what you see is what you get, but that's what you see in here is what you get out here.
That's
so
right.
it's an inside job. So I didn't really have those channels. What I had was watching other things happen that I didn't like anymore.
Right.
Suddenly, I saw friends go past me. You know, D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer. All them guys used to look up to me when they were getting in the game. Because by then, I'd already won Star Search for $100,000, gave half to the homeless. I'd already done 4 Def Jams, helped create Comic View. I was doing sitcoms. I was doing the thing. They was looking up to me. Right. Then one day, I took a rock, and I said, I wonder what happened if I dropped that on this hot piece of glass. Okay, so 23 years later, I wake up, I look up, these guys are rich enough to pee cream, and here I am, a day player, because I put my life on hold.
Sure.
You know, but that was me who did that.
Right.
See, anything that you create, you have the power to uncreate. You know what I'm saying? So I created my situation. It was on me to change my situation. So I'm looking up, and I haven't had a year in my life where I haven't made at least 6 figures, and I realized I ain't got no money in the bank.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm missing a lot of things. So to get back to them, I want to get back to me.
Sure.
And getting back to me is to get back to God, because God resides in your center. So if you get to your heart, that's the closest you can get to God, because he resides in the center of your heart. So I had to do it on me.
I love every minute of it. Yeah.
Pump me up. So we're going to take a little trouble funk break. You know,
We're going to take a break, break.
I just want to let you know, Michael, that we appreciate you speaking from the heart,
Thank you, brother.
bearing your soul,
Thank you, brother.
sharing
Thank
with
you.
the universe how powerful it is to believe in yourself.
Yes, sir.
And the reason why we titled the show Peace in the Morning is because we wanted to speak what we wanted to see
Peace.
come into existence.
That's right.
And
That's
as you
right.
speak it, as you see it, that's why those words have so much power.
Thank you, brother.
And you brought it to fruition, and now you are living proof that family works.
Family works.
And we got the queen here. She's going to do cosmic manifestations.
Yes.
We come back, we'll talk a little bit more about your mama's play, holistic sexual healing. But right now, we're going to get ready, because you know what day it is. What day is it?
Funky Friday. Funk the funk. Ow!
Bring it up. Bring it up.
We gonna jump through the funk like we got no break. I'm DJ Rock and I can pass the test to get down with the rappers from the east to west. This party please, that party please. I'll funk them all with the greatest of ease. It's DJ Rock with the master beat. The boogie in the sound that moves your feet. Somebody say, get up, get up. Somebody say, get up, get up. You party good, you throwing down. You compliment this funky sound. The funk is here, so you can groove. We want to make your body move. He's gonna hit you with the rap so you can boogie tonight. I say downtown shopping with some fashion in mind. Just listen here closely while I tell you my line. I'm slick tight, can be very naughty. I'm known by the name of Sporty Shorty. When checking out the others that dress so mean, they put me in the mind and with Mr. Colyar. But Calvin Klein seems to come through until East Sailor in walks in the GQ. But that's not it, they still want more. So I send them down to Studio 54. Say Jordache, Born, Shorty, C and Sassoons. I've got the jeans that make the tune. Then you smile in your style from mouth profile. It doesn't work a bit without a can I do now. And you're at the disco, acting just like a jerk. But all we want to see is your body work. Work your body, work your body, work your body. Work your body. Work your body, work your body, work your body. Work your body, work your body, work your body. Work your body, work your body. Pump me up. You just listen to the sound of the funky bass. Like little boy blue, come throw your horn. They gonna boogie on the down to the break the dawn. Like a party over here, a party over there. We got a party all in this atmosphere. You just wiggle your neck and stop your feet and boogie on down to the funky beat. Well, they call me Fish, and that's my name. And funkin' around, it is my game. So funky's in the thing, you gotta have what it takes. And if you can't funk, then no time to break. So L7 squares, you
back to the Peace. Welcome on back. Welcome on back to the Peace.
Mama.
In the morning show.
In the morning show.
Peace in the morning.
This is Darius Stanton here live with Queen to the World.
Woo, 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 woo.
Delegate Daryl Bond.
You know how we roll.
And my brother, your brother,
He's so cool.
international star, in the house with us, author, comedian, and good brother to the heart and soul,
Tell the truth.
Michael Colyar.
Michael
With
Colyar.
gold shoes and green socks.
Woo,
That's
my
right. On
goodness.
Funky Friday.
Let's show him the shoe.
Come on, show him the shoes, brother. Put
Let's
shoes
show
up
him the
on.
shoe.
Flip it.
What a close up. What a close up on the shoe.
Oh,
Get the
my
close up on the
God.
shoe.
Yeah.
Them tassels on it. Them gold tassels on that right
Oh,
there.
my Lord.
I wear these for myself.
They look like they
Y'all
made in
don't know
Morocco.
nothing about that down at the house. Y'all need to quit playing.
That's right.
Y'all, they made in Morocco.
It's Funky Friday. You got to dress up for Funky Friday to get your funk on.
So listen, we are rolling here. We talked a whole lot in that first segment. We want to thank Michael for bearing his soul and sharing with us how to take total control over your life.
Oh, yeah.
And basically, he said two things: family and God.
Yes, sir.
And the God is inside of you.
That's right.
So when you're going other places and you're doing other things, look inside yourself, look inside your heart, and that is where the love starts. And we always say here on the Peace of the Morning Show, it starts
In the home.
It starts.
In the home.
It starts at home. That's right.
That's right.
Now, in addition to Funky Friday, Michael, here on the Peace of the Morning Show,
Well,
we also freestyle.
freestyle up in
You know,
here.
we also crank it up.
Crank it.
And see, we have a few freestylers at the table.
Oh.
Now, we had breakfast this morning, Michael and his beautiful queen and I.
And it was delicious.
And it
Shout
was
out
very
to
good.
Kelly, my queen, my sweet
Very-
sugar ooga, my ooh watch it cook.
Ow, 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 ow.
Something else.
In your house. That's right. And they got the queen over here, and she is also a freestyler.
Yes, she is.
You see what I'm
Oh, my
saying?
God.
And so, Queen, what you got for us? Well, you got a little freestyle, so I'm going to start it off for you, then we're going to roll to you real quick.
All right.
Well, first of all, I just want to say one thing.
Come on with it.
Everything that everybody say don't mean I agree with it because they're saying it on the radio.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
come on, TV.
And we got to keep it asset there, so I won't tell y'all what I don't agree with, but I will tell you this. All the ideas that these people saying ain't necessarily the opportunity that the radio show has in mind.
Okay,
Okay.
come on.
A lot of times people doing things and they look like they're doing it right, but in the background, it's something shaky going on.
Oh,
Okay,
shake it,
okay.
shake it.
Because while they was up here praising people, I was thinking about how many wars our people done gone into with the black man on the front line.
That's right.
I was thinking about how many of our children are gone and got incarcerated and all over Chicago and loaded with guns, and ain't nobody bringing the guns in the neighborhood from our neighborhood. I was thinking about when it was praising people, how many of our children are gone and become homosexuals. And now you can be locked up for calling somebody a faggot or a punk, but you can't go to jail if you call a man a nigger.
That's right.
Bill Maher was on TV and he said he's a nigger up in the house. He's a house nigger. And black people started apologizing for him. So I just want you to know that everything that everybody's saying don't mean that we all agree with it.
That's right.
But we just love people, so we try to keep our mouths shut.
Well, I'll tell you one thing you talked about that's a very dear to our hearts.
Yeah.
And it's a big part of Michael's life because he's from, are you from Chi-Town?
From Chicago, Southside.
You said
South
South
Side.
Rub telephone 4352 South State Park 9 on that.
You understand what I'm saying? And so we, worked all our lives. My mother and I worked in Cabrini Green as a child. I was in Cabrini Green.
Wow.
Working to bring a hope to the negativity and push and promote peace and love in the city of Chicago, in Baltimore City, all around the country. And it tears our hearts apart
Breaks my heart.
every time we hear of us killing ourselves. In the city of Chicago this past weekend alone, there were over 104 shootings.
And 14
Got killed.
killings.
You understand? And that's happening on a
That's just
repeated,
one weekend.
That's
Every
just
weekend.
one weekend.
Been going on like this 4-5 years.
It's been going on like that, and it started here as the murder capital in the world.
It's cause we black though. Keep that in mind because let me tell you something. You kill 14 white boys
Come on.
in America, they gonna shut this country down. They gonna find out what the problem is. They gonna roll somebody up in there and get it straight. You don't have to do that but one time, and they gonna shut it down. But it's just black people killing black people, so ain't nobody coming to help.
I want to address that too, keeping it positive. I don't understand why we have all the black psychologists, black educators, quote unquote PhDs, politicians, and we're also allowing it. we're also being very quiet. I see certain congressmen and women constantly bashing the new man in the White House. That's fine, but you're never saying anything about the amount of police who are getting paid vacation for killing our children.
That's right.
And I think it's so important that we address that as a people. There are 3 things we can do. People say you can't go back and fight them, we don't have guns. Well, we know that. And you can't tear down their places because you're going to go to jail. And you can't shoot the police back because then he's going to kill you and everybody around you.
Right.
But you know what we can do? We can stop buying hair weaves and wigs and extensions that put out $50 million, $1 billion more in America and trillions of dollars a month out of Africa. We can start keeping our money in our pockets because we as black people have made some of the poorest countries in the world now the richest countries in the world because we patronize them.
That's right.
We can stop buying from all the big places, Macy's and Lord & Taylor's, stop buying name brand items and clothes, and we can start keeping those trillions of dollars in our pockets. And I tell you what, inside of 3 weeks, if we stop buying, they're going to elect a squad of white boys to go around and get all the white cops who have shot a black person in the last 5 years. They're going to say, they're going to have a meeting. They're going to say, I don't care how you get them, what you do, and you bring them in here, you let these people see we try them, and get the jury to find them guilty, just like they get the jury to find them innocent.
That's right.
And put them behind bars, give some of them life.
I like to see
We
that.
want to hold on to our money. We want to party with the negative forces. I'm not saying I'm anti-white. I'm saying as a black people, we need to stand up and say this is enough. Yeah. You're waiting for somebody to kill your child, and you want the whole neighborhood to get up in arms.
And mourn with you.
You know, it's not right. It's crooked. It's been going on. We're like slaves all over again. And what we don't realize is when the borders closed, they were closing for a reason. The wall is being built so not just you can't come in, you can't get out. You know how many black neighborhoods are living real well and you just have one way in and one way out? Are you paying attention to that?
That's right.
This is positive. This is not negative. The truth is never negative. The truth is the truth rules understanding the true heaven. The true heaven is based on truth. So truth, if it hurts you, it's because it's in the word truth. H-U-R-T is actually in the word truth. It's supposed to hurt. It's supposed to come inside and cut you so deep that you pay attention to it.
And you wake up.
You are waiting for somebody to walk in the house and shoot a young man who they don't even know, kill him dead, and say it's the wrong house. And everybody do it usual, go right to the prom, go right to the dance, go right out to eat. Stop eating in the fast food places. All they're selling you is GMO with human foods,
That's right.
human DNA. It's tested out. That's why they don't put a label on it. You understand? And once we wake up and say, look, we don't want it anymore. We're going to stop eating the flesh and blood, the vampire food. We're tired of eating that. Tired of going to the bathroom and can't stand the smell of ourselves. We're tired of men's middleman falling right down every time you give it to have action. It slip right down on the floor. You can't do nothing. When you do something, you pass out. The girl's dissatisfied, and you want to know how you can't keep your woman. Same thing, you can't keep your man. All of this is happening because somebody wants us to pit each other against each other so we don't love anymore. This brother said it when he first came on. Brother Michael Colyar said the best thing and the most important thing in the world is faith and your family. Faith and God is your family. God and faith is your family. Faith and God is your family. Put that family together and keep that family together. Put these children out, not like lions, like they're all big and bad by themselves. Make them travel like wolves in packs. Put a stop to this. Peace and love.
All right. Peace and love. Peace and love. That was beautiful.
We appreciate the Queen's insight and we appreciate her wisdom because today the Queen will be making that move and traveling all over the world.
That's right.
And so we thank you so much for your love, for your energy, and so beautiful spirit. Look at it. I always love my mama. And
That's
as a
right.
matter
That's
of
right.
fact, I want to also shed some light on why it is that we're killing each other. If you look at the research, it's clear. Wherever there are a collection of liquor stores,
Yeah.
there is a collection of gunshots and homicides.
And churches.
And the research I'm speaking on deals directly with alcohol fetal syndrome. We talk about crack and we talk about crack babies, but we don't talk about alcohol and drunk babies and drunk semen and sperm that goes into the woman. And now you have the male genes that are drunk and intoxicated that go into the female egg that is drunk and intoxicated. And now you have a baby that has the same tendencies as lead poisoning. Depression,
That's deep.
violence, ADHD, ADD, all of those things that we are continuously have as a prognosis for our children are based on alcohol that is being in Baltimore City. You have over 350 liquor stores over the legal limit. 300, not the legal limit. 350 over the legal limit. Mm-hmm. And where there are spaces in Baltimore City and all over the world, you can go online and Google it right now. Studies on violence and alcohol. And you will see the direct correlation between alcohol and violence. Mm-hmm. And so as a result of that, I want us to really think about how serious are we about our young people, about ourselves walking away, staying away from violence, and putting ourselves in another position. Because Michael said it best. We have to speak what we want to see come into existence. But part of the Peace in the Morning show, not only are we asset-based, but we also are action-based.
Resolution.
And so we want to give solutions to what to do.
Wow.
We can talk about what not to do, but a part of our job is to talk about what to do. What do we need to do in our families to make sure that our young people are educated before they go to school systems that we know are not prepared to take care of us.
So you hit the key again. It's education. Because right thought brings about right action. Right action brings about right results. So we just have to do the right thing. It's really simple. It's do the right thing. If we know what the right thing is, we should be doing it. You know, Plato said early that we're not supposed to choose between right and wrong. If we know what is right, then there is no choice. We do right because it is right. And that continues our wave of correctness. If we do it the right thing, and you go in the white neighborhoods, they don't even call a liquor store. It ain't a liquor store. You can get wines and spirits. Right. But you come into our community and they're liquor stores. And there's one on every other block.
Exactly.
You know, so they're feeding us all the things we need to destroy ourselves. Exactly. It's like they say you give you enough rope so you can hang yourself. They're giving us all the rope they can find. What devices can we put in the community to bring us down? You know, and then your thing on the police, let me tell you something, the police thing ain't gonna get straight till we send police to jail.
That's right.
That ain't gonna change until police go to jail.
Well,
and they're not going to.
And when police start to police themselves, because we have, just like we're dealing with, you know, black on black crime is not a phenomenon that does not exist on white crime.
Right.
You know,
but the media don't talk about white on white crime.
So we talked earlier about the images of Barack Obama being president, but we also have the images of us killing ourselves or being killed by the police.
Right.
What you don't see is the fact that there are more white men killed by the police than there are black. I asked a group of young people in our leadership academy over and over and over, are there more blacks being killed by police than white, or are there more white men being killed by police than black? And across the board, they all said, except for one at the end, reversed his decision. Mm-hmm. I guess he figured out, he decided there must be something else going on.
Right.
That only black men were being killed. The image is the fear that's promulgated by them constantly seeing that. So then you have a natural fear of the police. And the reality is that creates then a fear. You just talked about fear versus faith. Mm-hmm. So what we have to do is, as a solution, is start to promote and sponsor and support and invest your money and your resources into programs that are promoting positive things, that are promoting positive images, that are promoting scholars, that are promoting doctors, that are promoting lawyers, that are promoting good families. We have to start promoting those things and putting our money behind those things that help us go to the next level. Do your research. Make sure you understand the dynamic between the companies that are fueling the deficits in your community, that are fueling the negative things, and start to support those companies that are improving your community, are putting dollars in your community, that are putting scholarships in your community. Yes. Those are the companies that you support.
How long does this show go?
This show only goes...
We're going to go on forever.
1 hour.
So we got to stop soon.
We got to stop soon.
Well, we better hurry and squeeze some stuff in because I gotta go.
That's right.
Y'all only got about 4 minutes left.
Well, we got a few more minutes.
I just want to tell people how to find me though before y'all go off the air. Okay.
We'll talk, Mike.
Okay, so please, if y'all want more information on Michael Colyar, please follow me on Twitter at Michael Colyar, Colyar. Instagram at Michael_Colyar, Colyar. And you can go to my webpage to get everything. That's the real Michael Colyar, Colyar. We're doing a 100-city tour. It's called Michael Colyar's Mama. We want to bring it to your city. If you have promoters who wants to bring it to the city, reach out to me because you can also email me at comicking123@aol.com. I don't even know how they had a show called The Kings of Comedy without the King.
But come on, man.
comicking123@aol.com. The book is called A Funny Thing Happened. On the way to the White House, I knocked on the door and a brother answered. And the other book is Miss Innocent Goes to Cool School and Other Silly Stuff. It's a poetry book for adult children, and I'm hireable. That's right. I do weddings, divorces, Passover, hangover. I'll do a party in a phone booth if you promise to call. I'll take green stamp, food stamps, Canadian money. I'll take your bus transfer if it's got some time left on it. This has been a plum pleasing pleasure, and I am just honored that y'all let me sit here with y'all today. Thank you.
No doubt. Michael Colyar on the Peace in the Morning Show.
Thank you.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael, talk to us a little bit about what the play is about.
The play is about, my life growing up with my mother. I had 4 big brothers, and my mother and my father we loved so much, but he was an alcoholic. And he could not put that bottle down, which is after 25 years, my mother finally left him. Not that she didn't love him. She loved him. We loved him. He loved us. But he wouldn't put that bottle down.
That addiction.
And my mama wanted more than that
Right.
for her boys. She wanted us in a better place, in a home. Out of those projects, Robert Teller Home, 4352 South State Apartment 909. So we got out of that. It tells that story, and then it goes into the story of me moving to Hollywood and doing what I always wanted to do, which is to be an actor, but then my addiction. So you see me go through my addiction, and then you see me come out of my addiction and start to evolve. And then my great Queen Kelly, that I'm certain that my mother sent to me, although she transcended 2 years before I met my queen. There's no doubt in my military mind that she sent her directly to me. And so my life now flourishes. I do everything my heart desires. I'm living and loving and keeping God first. I'm healthier than I've ever been. My thoughts are healthier, and I'm trying to heal my community as well. So that's what that's what the whole play is about. And it encourages you, it empowers you, and it's funny. You're gonna laugh.
Well, brother, one thing you said, I just want to shift as we work to be asset-based communicators. You're not trying. You are doing it.
Oh, brother, thank you.
You are doing it, brother.
Thank you.
You are not trying to help
that.
our community. You are helping our community.
That. Thank
the
you.
mere fact that you are a millionaire, the mere fact that you are an international star, the mere fact that you are writing books, an author, the mere fact that you are doing poetry, but the fact that you are sharing your addiction with people who are out there hurting, who are out there living in abused situations, who are dealing with domestic violence.
Thank you, bro.
Who are men who don't know how to treat their women because they watch their fathers abuse their mothers.
That's right.
That frame of reference. You are shifting that frame of reference. You are creating that frame of reference for our community.
One word I have to say, gratitude.
Gratitude.
So I gotta say I am grateful for every little thing I have and every big thing. All of it begins with gratitude because God gave us everything we have. That's right. And I am really, really, really grateful for all of it. So thank you.
We got a sister that we brought to the stage. We're just a stage here at the Peace.
Hey, that's right, that's right.
That's Delegate Diana Furnell, and she is just a superstar here in the state of Maryland, working for our young people, our communities, and our families. And she wanted to just greet you in the Peace in the Morning show.
Peace in the morning. You know what, Michael, you have said some phenomenal things and doing phenomenal things. And then to share your story about 23 years and addiction, we're dealing with that in the state of Maryland, all over the country now. And I just want to commend you to continue your good work in reference to letting people know that there's a problem, and you know what, but there's more than that problem. You can come out of that problem. So, we appreciate you so much, and we're going to continue to support you and follow you and have you back in the state of Maryland doing things that you can be able to talk to our young, because it doesn't start old, it starts young. So it starts young. So we will be having you back, and I appreciate you so much.
God bless you. Thank you. I'm receiving that.
You're welcome.
So much.
I was looking for my sister, She Richie, one of our co-hosts here at the Peace, at the elifemedia.net. Looking for her to come on in. So thank you, She Richie. Thank you for all those people who support us. Thank you, George Frazier, because it was at the Peer Power Networking Conference that's taking place right here in Prince George's County at the Gaylord. I believe it's the 17th year.
Yes.
And as a result of that, we had the pleasure of meeting Michael. Now, Michael, this book right here, Miss Innocent,
Goes to cool school.
goes to cool school.
And other silly stuff.
And other silly stuff. We have a parent university at the Minnehaha High Leadership Academy in Annapolis, Maryland.
Right.
All right. And one of the things that we're going to do, we're going to buy cool school books, Miss
Oh,
Innocent
wow.
books for our parents.
Oh, thank you.
Because we
That's for
want
the
our parents, we want to reach them. We want to find ways to reach them so we can get inside their minds and their hearts and they take that home.
That's right.
You're wonderful.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Thank
Delegate
you.
Barnes gonna write the check. But
That's right. That's right.
but we truly, we are very fortunate to have people in our community, and we have to support each other.
Thank you.
And so here in the Peace in the Morning, we want to model what we want to see. We're not perfect. We are working every day. I'm not perfect. I'm working to be a better husband, a better father, a better businessman, a better leader,
That's right.
more organized, more perfect in God's sight, and my spirit can get there.
That's right.
And guess what?
That's right.
I always love my mama and my daddy. Then you know
That's
it's the Peace in
right.
the Morning show. We got 3 minutes, and it's Funky Friday, so you know what we do
We
on
getting ready
Funky
to funk
Friday.
it up.
We go
Funked up.
Funky Friday. Say
It's
what
Funky
now?
Friday.
Can we do for the girls? Let me see.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
Here we go. Come on.
Come on, mama. Come on.
Why you
Mama.
put your coochie on the flagon?
Hey, say that again. Come on.
Wave it.
Woo! Put your coochie.
Why you put your coochie on the flag and wave it? You might as well. Why you put your coochie on the flag and wave it? You're doing nothing in the world to save it, girl. You only acting like you want to save it. You waiting for the book to engrave it. Showing all your goods in the neighborhoods. The brothers in the hood trying to name it. But you waving that flag so doggone bad that the brothers say they can't claim it. Oh, they call you boo. I saw your leg to pay. Before I saw your face, I looked for your smile. But there was no space for the makeup, the fake up. All it ever did was break up.
Ow.
The pretty child who pulls a smile, she never wakes up. Ow! Don't say I'll say pew. Wow! Don't say I'll say you, my sister.
Come on now.
Where did you go when you feel so low? Where were your friends? Was it all the end? Or couldn't you get no help? Were you by yourself falling down?
Come on. Come on.
Falling down.
Come on. Come on.
Ow! Just because you're lazy, you wanna act like you're crazy. But you got no rights to include those babies. One man right after another. Hey brother, look up under that cover. Cause it's smelling and it's swelling and it just ain't no telling. They got communicable diseases. They're giving them the whomever they pleases. Only scratching and itching, peeling, bleeding, driving a fine car like a superstar make like she's succeeding. One man right after another. Hey brother, look up. Don't give it to another. Say ow. Don't say I'll say pew. Wow. Don't say wow. Say you, my sister. Where did you go when you felt so low? Where were your friends? Was it all the end? Or couldn't you get no help by yourself? My sister.
Peace in the morning.
Time to rise.
In the morning.
Get up to that
in the
sky. It's time to rise.
Peace in the morning.
Peace in the morning.
Peace in the
show.
morning.
Here we go.
Peace in
Let
the
me give it
morning.
to you quick. Let me give it to you now because we don't play tricks. We rock in the studio. Michael, Colyar, Queen, Delegate Fennell, and the man, Delegate Barnes, in the house. And we rock it because we do the things that we need to do to help the neighborhood, to make sure everybody is doing good. We love your mom. We love your dad. We're going to keep you glad, not make you sad. My name is Darius Stanton on the microphone.
Hey.
Michael, Colyar won't leave you alone. Bring you back to town, and you heard it here on the Peace in the Morning. Say what now?
Peace in the morning.
One more time now.
Peace in the morning.
Say it again.
Peace in the morning.
You are my friend.
Peace in the
I
morning.
love myself.
Peace in the
I
morning.
know you do too.
Peace in the morning.
Put down that bottle.
Peace in the
And
morning.
pick up that water.
Peace in the morning.
Alkaline.
Peace in the morning.
Water make you shine.
Peace in the morning.
Keep your mind
Peace in the
on
morning.
God's mind.
Peace in the morning.
1, 2, 3.
Peace in the morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Darius Stanton, Michael Colyar, Queen to the world, Delegate Fennell, Delegate Barnes. We're rolling as our engineer, Bubba Grimes. Peace in the morning, baby. Yeah.
Good show. Good show.
So, baby.
All right. Put your coochie on the flag and wave it. Thank you. What a great show. Mama, come